Hello, my name is Peter McNamara, the head of the School of Business, and together, what is an entrepreneur? Well, at the heart of it, an entrepreneur is always searching for change. They're responding to it and they're exploiting it as an opportunity. If we look at this strange experience that we're having right now, where we're having a virtual open day, we see that COVID-19 has wreaked terrible difficulties for people in their health and in their business life. It creates huge uncertainty. But within these uncertainties, entrepreneurs respond. Think here in Ireland, 50% of ventilators in the world are produced here with Irish companies involved. Wonderful companies such as Medtronic in Galway, providing products and services, scaling them out right now to save people's lives. Retail shops are closed, but some are moving online to maintain customer relationships, and they're building new capabilities such that after this crisis there'll be growth opportunities for them to think about their physical business, but also to think about scaling up their retail experience to a global environment. Here in education, we're responding with large-scale entrepreneurship. Within 4 days, the School of Business transformed from being a physical education to delivering online classes to 3,600 students. That involved an explosion of change and transformation. And whilst it wasn't what we anticipated, it gives us new opportunities. When you return to the physical campus, which we're very much looking forward to, we will continue our physical experience of education, but we'll also have new online skills that will help us to support students who may be absent due to illness or other reasons and unable to attend classes. Our online skills will have given us those. There are really three types of innovation that an entrepreneur faces, and each of these you're going to learn about in your degree. The first is how to create a new business, the classical. So imagine prepaid financial services. In the last recession of 2008-9, Noel Moran sat in his kitchen in London, and he also lives in Meath, and thought, how can I create a new business? I've just lost my job. And one of the things that he thought about was, how do those without a bank account access the web? How can they buy services online? And how can cash risk be managed for businesses? So he tried to create a business that would resolve both of those things. He designed an online banking system where you can buy credit in a store without having a bank account and then purchase online. And he created cashless payment systems that reduce risks of theft and other problems. That business is incredible. It doesn't rely on intellectual property rights, but every 6 to 18 months it completely transforms its code. It relies on speed, and it creates amazing financial services, and we'll talk about more of that later. Noel has been recognized as the CEO of the year in the entrepreneurship category twice, in 2018 and 2019 at a European level. Valerie Moran, the co-founder, has been recognized as one of the 100 most influential women leaders in Europe in 2019, and again has received awards in 2020. And recently they sold their business for several €100 million. A second problem that an entrepreneur addresses is social issues. We're seeing a fortune of that in COVID-19, where we have people coming up with new innovations in how they can use printers to enable the production of new face masks and deal with the problem of personal protective equipment for our healthcare workers globally. There are, in normal times, innovations such as Actus Health, which Matthew McCann, one of our former students, created as part of the Actus project, and now runs a business where people with disabilities are able to write reviews of businesses and say, at a practical level, how can a wheelchair user access this business? How can a visually impaired user access this business? And it's enabling people with disabilities to access businesses in new ways. The third way that we think about entrepreneurship is to create a new business within an existing business. Amazon Web Services is an enormous business right now. If we look at how much internet service is being used right now, it's absolutely incredible. And AWS is a cloud provider. It enables companies to store data online. And it also helps them to do online retail and other activities. The question that it addressed was, how can firms grow without investing in online storage and management infrastructure? And what they did was, Chris Pinkman and Benjamin Black were working in the South Africa satellite office, and they set up this idea. They had some spare servers, so they rented them out to local businesses to use. And from that idea was created AWS, which is one of the 3 largest cloud businesses in the world. The challenge for you is, in this new world that we face with a pandemic and with other crises and problems that will resolve, what opportunities will you see as as an entrepreneur, and how are you going to solve them? That's what we're going to help you do. Why would you do entrepreneurship at Maynooth University? We build an entrepreneurial mindset. We give you the skills to enable you to create your own business. We give you the skills to enable you to innovate and adapt existing businesses. We're going to give you interaction with real businesses in the class. Real businesses will come to you and talk about their entrepreneurial challenges and how they resolve them. There's the opportunity to go on a placement and work in a small, medium or large organization to see how change and innovation occurs in practice. And each year you'll be working on projects where you take your skills and you apply them to real world problems. We're going to achieve this learning through both content and experiences. We're going to give you insights into the process of entrepreneurship. Each year you'll have a core entrepreneurship module that looks at small businesses, that looks at internationalization, and that looks at other processes of how you come up with new ideas. We'll give you a series of practical courses that enable you to understand the process of innovation. How do you think about innovation? How do you think about competition? How do you manage change? And we'll give you courses that enable you to manage a business in all its elements, to be able to scale up a business. We'll give you marketing, management, human resource management, international business, accounting, as well as a suite of entrepreneurship modules, as well as a suite of innovation and change modules. You have 2 options that you can undertake. You can take the 3-year BBS Entrepreneurship, and in your second year, if you think, wow, I'd like to look at entrepreneurship a little bit more, I'd like to do a placement, you can convert it into a 4-year degree. And also you can look at some of the entrepreneurship modules through our other degrees. What is entrepreneurship? Well, we've already discussed many of it. And you can see the words there that people associate with entrepreneurship. At its core, you see that word in the middle, growth. Entrepreneurship is about the growth of new business, the creation of new products and services as needed by local and international businesses. And our degree provides you with the knowledge to achieve that growth success. Here's a beautiful example of an entrepreneur. You can see there on the far, you can look at a firm like Intercom. So in Intercom, this is a business that's focused on customer engagement. So what does that mean? They use chatbots for online interaction with customers. So whenever you're on the internet and it says click, I'm here to help, very often when you click through, you're working with an artificial intelligence chatbot created by Intercom. It feels like you're talking to a human, and then it seamlessly clicks over to a human online when it has a challenge. The business was founded in 2011 by David Barrett, who's a Maynooth University graduate, and by Des Traynor, who's the chief strategist and founder and also a Maynooth University graduate, and by two of their friends, Owen McCabe and Kieran Lee. Incredible business, now worth over $1 billion. One of the key insights from it, or three of the key insights, are that often entrepreneurship is accidental. The original founders ran a software services company using a chatbot to interact with their clients. The chatbot wasn't their core business, and the clients kept on feeding back to them, look, we're not really into your software services. It's not a super product, but this chatbot's amazing. Tell us more about that. And they pivoted and developed a business around the chatbot. So accidents arise, events occur. Entrepreneurs are those that pivot and change with them and provide products and services that are needed in the new world. The second insight is that it's about focusing on building innovative products. Profits follow. So you need to solve a problem that a real customer has. And when you do that, profits will follow. And the third is that people rather than technology are the key to success. What Des always says is the AAA. Give autonomy, authority, and accountability to your people to develop products and services, and they'll do that. And profits and innovation flow from people. In your first year, you're going to have the opportunity to learn all about the core process of entrepreneurship within large and small contexts. You'll do a small and medium-sized entrepreneurship course. You'll understand about a business model, the essence of how you design a customer proposition, how you resource that, so how you solve a problem for a customer, how you resource solving that problem for a customer, and how you make money from it. You look at marketing. You look at managing innovation. You look at the business landscape. What's the competitive landscape where you as an entrepreneur are trying to slot in and make a good product and service that delivers value. You'll understand the skill of management, and you learn how to account for money. In your second year, you'll explore the challenges and opportunities for entrepreneurs in ideation and scaling of their business. Entrepreneurs create businesses to solve problems. They want to solve those problems for many people. They want to scale. At the core of this is the Entrepreneurship Theory, Process and Practice course, an amazing course where you learn about the skills, but you also apply them. So this year, all our students worked with the NCBI Retail to take over their stores, to run the stores. And in COVID-19, when the stores closed down, the question became, how would they adapt? You learn more about marketing. You learn about how to design organizations. That's something that the guys in Intercom talk about. How do you design an organization to scale up and get it to work? You learn about how to manage people. You learn about how to manage projects in your time and information systems. Here are some of the project companies that we've worked with in the last year. You're going to get to work with some of those over the next years, and new companies that'll emerge along the way. You can do a work placement, paid work placement for a year, working in a small, medium or large organization, or you could study abroad in the EU or North America. One of our most amazing partners in entrepreneurship is Dayton University in Ohio, who have the US #2 entrepreneurship program, and there's a chance to work with them on that, which is really cool. In your final year, you'll adopt a more strategic approach to entrepreneurship to pursue your interests. You look at international corporate entrepreneurship. Ireland is a small island. We make our money by selling within the business and internationally. Social entrepreneurship, strategic management, innovation, sustainability, HR, social media, marketing, multinational management, management information systems, and other modules. At the core is this opportunity to engage with clients in the classroom. So this is an example of Proudly Made in Africa, a third-year project. It's hands-on experience with clients in the classroom, addressing real problems and providing real solutions. Those range from development of current ideas of new products, research within the industry, competitor market analysis, expansion into other countries. The students worked with Proudly Made in Africa last year, and those students were allocated different products that PMIA work on. to support them, to create them into viable product market plans to expand into Ireland and into Europe. And some of those ideas have been developed now into action, enabling growth for that business. Pitching ideas is another important thing. This is an example of a second year class pitching an idea back to a client. And that's one of the things that makes our classroom so exciting. We challenge our students to be the best. You are our future. We want to support you. You can initiate the change. It's evident particularly when our students are taking lead roles. So in this image, second year students are presenting a pitch of their ideas to an advertising and marketing communications body, the IAPI. The students were required to generate a document as part of their idea generation, to report it, and to present the idea back to the client, and to do that in 3 minutes. Wonderful. And here is another where you can see the client, the IAP there, getting some input back from the students. Another part of Maynooth is our engagement with an Actus. There's a society on campus called an Actus, which provides students with the opportunity to develop their entrepreneurial ideas for the good of others. So it's social entrepreneurship, and it can be profit making. The students are guided by mentors on campus, which one year included the president of the university, as well as working alongside mentors from industry, from AIB, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and many more. And students compete on an all-island basis, and they're also given the opportunity to go on part of the World Cup. So in 2015, our students won the Irish Actus Award, and Access Health, which I spoke about earlier, was the company that emerged from that. In 2019, Colin McAndrew from Maynooth and Tom from DCU came second in the global Actus competition with their Map My Way product, and they received a $20,000 equity to help them bring their business into action. One of the things that you'll be looking at is small business development, and in that you'll focus discussions within the classroom on small business issues, addressing the challenges and opportunities for innovation within big businesses, how small businesses can link into big businesses, and also how you can scale your small business to a large one through national and international entrepreneurship. Business degrees in entrepreneurship are amongst the most employable degrees in Ireland. Recruiters report that they put business routinely as the first or the second most attractive degree when they're looking to hire people. And employers are seeking those skills. The gaps that employers told us existed resulted in us changing our curriculum. So the curriculum, the degree that you're doing, was informed by industry, and therefore is very relevant for employability and setting up your own businesses. The program code is MH411. The points in 2019 were 357. Those can go up and down every year depending on demand. There's a very wide variety of choice when you arrive, and we mean choice by modules, but also choice by the great societies that you can get involved with on campus, the friends that you can make, and the things that you can do. And as I said before, there's no need to have studied entrepreneurship or business before to take this degree. Look, it was wonderful to indirectly talk with you, and thank you for your patience in listening. If you have a question, if you want to learn more, join our Q&A. Just go online and you can see through the admissions office and through the open day that you've registered for the opportunity to click through and ask a question. And I'll be here to respond to those questions. There's a real human on the other end. Or email business@mu.ie at any time and what you might have. I'm really looking forward to seeing you here in Maynooth physically on campus. I'm looking forward to this social distancing being relaxed so we can all return to the education that we love. I wish you well. Keep safe, and please think of Maynooth University and the entrepreneurship degree. We would love to see you here in Maynooth. Take care. Goodbye.